Ah, what a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the edited-in birds are singing. It almost makes you want to play some Mario games. Let's go to my drawer and see what we got, Now let's see here. Super Mario Galaxy? Nah, we already placed an Aldo button, so great game, but maybe another time. No, I deserve better than this. No, please, not again. I can't do it again. Hello?
Sean, I think it's time.
I can't. Not again.
But we must.
No, Anand. I can't do it again. Not what happened after last time.
That time is past, my friend. We must move forward now.
You're right. I guess it is time. I have to play Super Mario Sunshine.
Wait. I meant we needed to record for the show again. You were thinking about playing Mario Sunshine?
Well, yeah,
I'm out! Nope. Can't do this. Ain't doing this.
Wait, Anand!
Goodbye!
Back in 1996, Super Mario 64 launched as a pack-in title with every single Nintendo 64 system. It was hailed as revolutionary because it eliminated the 2D gameplay of past Mario titles and brought Mario into the third dimension. So the question is, where do you go from there? The jump from 2D to 3D was so huge and done so well, how could Nintendo possibly top that? Well, their answer was apparently to do something completely unexpected. Super Mario Sunshine, alongside Super Mario Bros. 2, is often considered to be a black sheep in the Mario franchise due to its new mechanics and different setting. I've been waiting a long time to talk about this game. The plot starts out presumably sometime after the events of Super Mario 64. After beating Bowser so many times, Mario, Princess Peach, and the Toads decide to take a vacation to Isle Delfino, a sunshine-soaked paradise of rest and relaxation. Once they land though, they discover that not everything is sunshine and rainbows. The airstrip is littered with an icky paint-like goop substance, and for some reason, every resident is blaming Mario for the mess. Of course, we all know that's bullshit as we just fucking got here, but why speak up now, right? Not like we're a celebrity hero to the Mushroom Kingdom or anything. Conveniently though, Mario comes across a water pack named Flood, befriends him, and takes out the mysterious monster, revealing an object known as a Shine Sprite. The victory is short-lived however, as police immediately arrest Mario and put him on trial where he is found guilty on the spot. He is then forced to clean all of Isle Delfino as punishment and cannot leave until he does so. Yep. No concrete evidence, no defendant attorney, heck, even Princess Peach, who, may I remind you, is fucking royalty, can't seem to do shit in this situation. And yet, all they have for evidence is a drawing that just slightly resembles Mario. You know, let me just say this right now, I hate the Piantas. They're so hostile from the very moment you land on the island. I get that they're distressed and all, but there's a knee-jerk reaction, and then they're just being an asshole. Well, I guess as the saying goes, it is what it is. Darkness surrounds the island, and it will only go away if Mario cleans the mess. Life can't go on until it's done, so let's get working.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Mario?
Oh, for God's sakes. Shadow Mario, as the game calls him, is the obvious imposter going around causing all the trouble. Yet despite not making any effort to hide his identity, running around in broad fucking daylight, the islanders still think Mario's the one responsible. Hey police! The culprit just ran right by! You saw that, right? So he chased Shadow Mario down, and of course he gets away, leaving Mario to clean up his mess and recollect all the Shine Sprites. After a few dozen missions, eventually Shadow Mario returns, kidnaps Princess Peach, and heads to Peach Park where we confront the fucker in our badass hero vehicle and take him down for good.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man. I won't let you take Mama Peach away.
Mama? Mama Peach? I'm your mama?
What? What do you mean I'm your mama? You mean you had to think about that? Gee, I go to play this kid-friendly Mario game and I get implications of a one-night stand with Bowser. Okay, so I know I'm overthinking it, but even as a kid, I understood the concept of sex. I at least knew you had to have a mom and a dad to have children. You would at least know if you were the parent or not, especially if you were the mom. Anyway, I'm thinking too deep into this. The newly unveiled Bowser Jr. takes Peach to Corona Mountain and a standard Mario fare from there. You gotta get a certain number of Shine Sprites by completing specific missions to unlock the final area. Beat episode 7 of every level by chasing down Shadow Mario and Corona Mountain is yours. Once you get to the top, you take on Bowser in a bathtub. Okay. Thanks for the image, Nintendo. Break the tub into pieces, and there you go! The day is saved! Princess Peach floats down her merry way while Mario takes a fall that really should have broken his neck if not for main character immunity. Unfortunately, Flood didn't survive the impact. Because... story, I guess. However, the Shine Sprites return, and Isle Delfino is saved. Offshore somewhere, Bowser tells his son Peach really isn't his mother, to which Bowser Jr. says, fucking duh, but doesn't care and vows to take on Mario again someday, much to the Koopa King's relief. Oh, and the Toads fixed Flood, making that dramatic tension earlier completely pointless, and finally, Mario's vacation truly begins. Yeah, the story is once again bare bones, and what plot twists we do have really don't make any sense, but as we all know, you don't exactly play Mario games for their plot. No, what matters is the gameplay, and hoo boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Mario can essentially do everything he could in Super Mario 64. He could jump, triple jump, somersault, long jump. Oh yeah, the long jump is actually absent in this game. Instead, you get this shimmy move that, honestly, I never use. I guess it could be used for more accurate aiming, but I kind of forget it's there half the time. However, we do have the return of the spin jump from Super Mario World, and while it's the long jump, the dive could come in handy for reaching great distances too. Then we have Flood, the main feature of this game. His addition has been pretty divisive, but I gotta say, he's easily the best part of Mario Sunshine. He can squirt water like a hose, which is his main function, and mostly how he'll be cleaning the island, and he has the hover nozzles to stay in the air for a short time, which in essence replaces the long jump. I gotta say, the hover nozzle is pretty freaking sweet. You'd be surprised how well the levels are designed with this nozzle in mind. It really opens the map up. There's also the rocket and turbo nozzle, which allows you to soar through the air and run at ridiculous speeds, respectively. Unfortunately, the latter two nozzles are very situational when applied to level design, and Flood can only equip 2 nozzles at a time. Plus, you can never de-equip the squirt nozzle, so you're basically just rotating 3 secondary nozzles. It's quite a missed opportunity, because if all 4 nozzles could be equipped simultaneously, we would have a very versatile Mario on our hands, and a lot of opportunities for unique and compelling level design. Alas, that's just not the case. That's not to say Flood can't be useful outside its main functions, though. For instance, if you squirt a little water on the ground, then dive, you can slide quite a ridiculous distance, almost infinitely if you don't run into anything. Spin jumping while squirting water can also turn Mario into a living sprinkler that's very handy for covering large chunks of paint in a pinch. It's mechanics like these that really make me wish the usage of water was more in depth than it is. Oh well, maybe in a sequel someday. I guess as a third control scheme, I can include Yoshi as another method. Sorry, did that statement seem like it came out of nowhere and was shoehorned into the script? Because that's what Yoshi is in this game. An afterthought. He has his flutter jump, can wreck shop with his tongue, and vomit on people. He's not bad. I mean, it's fun to ride him again after so many years, and he has his uses. But like the 2 additional Flood nozzles, Yoshi's appearance in levels is highly situational. You could probably take him out of the game and be missing nothing at all. What's weird is that he can't touch water of all things. If he goes in deeper than ankle height, he outright dissolves and you have to get him again. That's right! Yoshi is allergic to water! The one substance that surrounds 90% of the game. Gee, I wonder if he gets nervous with Mario carrying a backpack of this stuff. How would he even take a bath? Anyway, back to Control. I have to give the GameCube controller a lot of credit. This baby is the definition of comfort. It was amazing for Smash Brothers, and it's amazing for platformers like this. Thanks to how ergonomic it is, Mario controls like a dream. The hard plastic sticks of the N64 days are thankfully long gone. However, when I say Mario controls well, that's actually half true. Yes, he controls well, as in the controls are very responsive and fluent, but it's the game's physics that will wreck your day. Mario has so much goddamn momentum, it's ridiculous! There are times where I make a faulty jump and try to pull back the control stick a bit to stop myself short, but because Mario has so much momentum, I just go careening off the edge like an idiot. If you're trying to jump anywhere, you better be committed to that jump because Mario ain't stopping for nobody. You could just barely alter his direction in midair too, which can be quite frustrating when you jump at a wrong angle. The camera is also very, very faulty. Don't get me wrong, it's better than the C buttons of Mario 64, but that's not saying much because you're still fighting quite a lot here. Case in point, this level! Oh my god! I can't even begin to tell you how frustrating this level is. There's this giant electric Koopa on the top, and in order to take him down, you have to climb the back of the Ferris wheel, which is easier said than done when the camera is this fucking horrendous! It gets in your way so much, and because it's such a tight space, it's hard to see where you're gonna land at a moment's notice. You will fall again and again and again and again. Oh yeah, and do you see that wall there? That counts as a slope. If Mario so much as touches it, he slides off really abruptly, and because of, again, his ridiculous momentum, you can't do jack shit about it. That's another thing I hate about this game. It's slope detection. It's so stupidly touchy and sudden. One minute Mario can stand on an incline no problem, but then you take one tiny step forward and he goes flying off. This becomes a huge problem in these abstract levels the game makes you go through when you're forced to platform without the help of FLUDD. These levels are a nightmare to navigate without them, not just because his hover nozzle can't save you, but again, you no longer have the long jump to reach far distances. This is where the dive can come in handy sometimes, I guess, but because it's a dive, not a long jump, Mario naturally flies downward, so it's not exactly a replacement either. When it comes to these levels, it's faulty controls, plain and simple. There are some people that say that these sections are their favorite part of Mario Sunshine, and while they're visually interesting and have some neat ideas, the physics and lack of movement options really bring it down. Not to mention, these levels just reek of experimentation. You could tell the developers were wondering how to put Mario in unique situations without breaking the beach motif. I can actually see bits of Mario Galaxy sprinkled in here, which is pretty neat knowing where the series would be heading, but alas, that does no justice for the game we're playing right now. In fact, for some reason, this game just loves to play around with bullshit game design. How? Let us count the ways. Like the watermelon level. Yeah, everyone loves this one. The Pianos are having a watermelon contest on the beach, and in order to get the shine sprite in the juicer, you need to get the gigantic watermelon sitting on the top of the hill and roll it down. But the melon is so freaking fragile, I swear it could just burst by pure mental thought alone. What's worse is you have these cataquacks that you can't kill and you have to deal with when rolling this thing around. If they get to it, you're done, so you have to be very careful when navigating it across the beach. And you better watch your ass as well, because these fuckers are relentless. Just look at what happens here. He corners me under the giant solar panel and combos me to near death. How is that fair? That one too light for you? How about the pachinko machine level? Thought the physics were fucked before? How about we turn them up to 11? I can't even explain how they work in this level. You have to collect 8 red coins by launching Mario as a makeshift ball. You do so by jumping on the trampoline platform, which, hey, makes sense in theory, but there's an invisible wall that follows you at your heels so you can't go back. You can influence his direction somewhat, but it's essentially a crapshoot if you land where you're intending to. And if you miss, well, you better kiss your progress goodbye, because the coins reset if you fall out of the level. And if you do collect all the red coins, you still have to reach the shine sprite in the center. Better not miss that time. Still not satisfied? How about the river level? You know, the one where you have to take Yoshi and hitch a ride on 3 boats across a long stretch of water, making sure he doesn't starve to death or fall in the water because again he's hydrophobic, just to get to the small island and get rid of the lava fire shit. Oh, and that's just getting to the level. Once you actually get there after an eternity, you're greeted by a river which looks like you could swim in, but oops, it actually instantly kills you. You have to float on this dissolving lily pad and get the Arid coins floating on the river in one shot. You can't miss them, and you can't go back, but of course you wouldn't know that the first time you play this level, so you see this instant looking warp pipe at the end and think you might get another shot if you jump in, only to realize it takes you back to the hub where the next you do the process of getting there all over again! This game! I'm sorry. Please don't break. And we can't forget the blue coins! Yeah, you remember these, right? They were great for completing those 100 coin missions in Super Mario 64 because they gave you 5 coins at a time and made the chore of collecting them much easier. Not in this game, though! Here they're used as currency for shine sprites! Yeah, believe it or not, there's actually a shop that sells these things! I'm sorry, aren't the shine sprites the very thing that supports life itself on the island? Yet, here these two jerk-offs are, selling them on the corner of the street like they're fucking crack cocaine! And yes, the 100 coin missions do return, and you get no help from these coins, making these missions a gigantic pain in the ass! For every 10 blue coins you collect, they award you with 1 shine sprite, which, hey, that's all fine and dandy, but there's 240 of these things lying across the entire island! There are no hints as to where any of them are, there's no checklist even, you just have to know, and play guesswork to get them all! And some of them are mission specific. Jesus Christ, this is a fucking nightmare. In fact, you wanna know something? You wanna know why Nan and I dislike this game so much? It's solely because of these things. Let me take you back to the beginning of Alternate Buttons. The year was 2012 and we were just putting together the foundation of what would become our channel. We just bought our capture card and mic and we were getting ready to record the very first episodes. We had 2 games we wanted to play. Luigi's Mansion and Super Mario Sunshine. That's right! We never intended to play Super Mario Galaxy when we first started. We wanted to start off with the 2 classic GameCube games of our favorite Mario brothers. We recorded all of Super Mario Sunshine in 1 weekend, attempting to get 100%. And we were almost through! We just had 1 blue coin left in the entire game to obtain. Yet, despite having a printed out list, meticulously checking off every single blue coin we got, we still couldn't find the last one. To this day, we still don't know where it was. We've made guesses over the years, but we think the game might have actually glitched and made the coin not appear at all. We were certain it was somewhere in Serena Beach, but we can never know for sure. You're probably wondering what happened to the stuff we did record, and admittedly, this is where we fucked up. We tried recording in big 3 to 4 hour chunks on a laptop that could never handle game capture to begin with, a no-no for any veteran Let's Player. All the footage we had ultimately corrupted, and because I was still new to editing at the time, I had no idea how to fix it. What you're looking at right now is the only surviving episode to exist from that playthrough. And yes, even the save file itself was lost. All that time, completely wasted. We can't really blame the game for corrupting our footage, but the blue coins as a game mechanic is something we absolutely loathe, and to this day, we still have a bitter taste in our mouths towards this game because of it. Though I know what you're thinking. You probably think that Anand and I absolutely hate this game and think it's the worst game in the Mario franchise. To which we say, no. Not at all, actually. Super Mario Sunshine is flawed. Very, very, very flawed. But if you ignore all the bullshit, at its core, it's still a really fun game. Using FLUDD as a blast, the puzzles you're given really makes you think, and the game clearly has a strong identity. If you're not a fan of the beach motif, Mario Sunshine will bore you with its aesthetic, but I personally really enjoy it. It's unique, and the presentation is really pretty to look at, especially in the evening and nighttime levels. Sure, the story is flawed, and the voice acting is god-awful, but I can at least give them points for trying to have a story in the first place. And you know, I actually enjoy the voice acting in a sort of so bad it's good kind of way. I really hope they attempt to give Mario games voice acting again someday. The game certainly isn't perfect, and it's definitely the most unpolished Mario game to date, but I can appreciate it for what it is and what it tries to do. I'll say this straight up, if you do play this game, don't go for 100%. It's horrendously frustrating to do so, and all you get is a different postcard at the end credits. It's not worth it. But hey, maybe you enjoy the frustration and are a journey, not a destination kind of person. Either way, don't let our personal feelings from our bad experience get in the way of you trying this game. It's definitely still a fun time, and we recommend you try it out all the same. Well, that's the end of that chapter, I guess. Or is it? Because our initial experience went so poorly the first time, we've been wanting to settle the score for a long time now. So, do you want us to do a Let's Play of it? We only ask because we know we're doing the 1,000-Year Door right now, and that's a Mario game, but then again, it's an RPG and not a platformer, so help us out here. Let us know either in the straw poll or in the comments down below. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and take care.